time that the priest would come up and they would state the registry. La Yashala. I imagine, which means to stand. Wa Panyaha Kudam and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakaka, Daba'a, Batazaka, Hayya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayya, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Laham, Kawa, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Habawak Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Habawak Nawa, Wala'a, Dabaya'an Nawa, Banasayawan, Abor, Habashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wata Para, La Awalamyam, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. We're going to get her cop the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shah, Babuk Shah, the thunder Nawa, Hakak, Lava Pa'a, Kama Khala, Wakam Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamad Zarayam, Hakak, Lahapayam, Hamathiam, Hakak, Arahawa, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, by Shem Yahweh Shah, the Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. And get bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha Allah, Wahaba Yafsaparian, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, the Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. We're going to get Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a, Ayanya, All Kaharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Warataza, Audatan Lamawat, Regalika, Audanawam, Shamorka, Hana, La'ayanawam, Wala'aya, Yashan, Shabamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamorka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamdinka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'aya, Kaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamorka, Makaorai, Yashamor, Apnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaatka, Wawaaka, Maita, Wa'aid, Awalam, Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore, so be it. So we're going to get Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Dacharash, wa Al Dashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al La'imaka, Ya Arayamwa, Sawad, Wayata Ya'aitazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amorwa, Lakawa, Wanakakida, Magoya, Wala'aya Zakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Aiwad, Kayad, Nawa'aitazawa, Lab, Yahadwa, Audika, Baria, Yakorathwa, Ahalya, Adawam, Wajashama Aliyam, Mawa'aba, wa Hagoyim, Gabal, wa Imawan, wa Imalak, Palashat, I'm Yashabya, Tazawar, Gama Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam Hayawa, Zabarai, Labanya Lawat Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasayasta Ba'a, Kayabian, Manachal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayanda Awa Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayathumwa, Narayamawa, Ka'ira, Wakaza'aba, Wakazabat, Wakazalmanai, Kao, Nasiyakamwa, Ashar, Amorwa, Nayavashala, Nawa Abna Awa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathumwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Napanyavaha, Ka'ash, the Ba'irya Ira, Wakalahaba, Dalahat, Haryam, Khan, the Radatma, Basa Iraka, Babasa Wapavka, Dabahalam, Mala'a, Pandaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Aida Aid, Wayahaporwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaayawa, Kaya, Ata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kaula, Arataza, Aman. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thine hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they are consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They hope in the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth, make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as Amunah, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever, yea. Let them be put to shame and perish, and men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Sod, which means to turn. Yeshabian, which means everyone can now be seated. So Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. This is the Sabbath service. The Sabbath service is something very important, man. All right, very important. So we're going to continue where we left off. Like, this is a part of our culture. This is a part of our heritage. All right, we do not want to not do the Sabbath. Like, you want to come to the Sabbath service. You want to know how. You want to come to the Lord's high holy days. Like, the Sabbath service is a high holy day. This is the high holy day. This is the Sabbath service. This is where you learn your culture. You learn your history. You learn who you are. You learn what to do, what not to do. You learn how to speak your language. Like, this is everything right here. All right. So we're gonna read the next 7 verses. All right, and where we left off in the Hebrew. So Numbers chapter 25 verse 7 in the Hebrew. Wayara'aya ma slakia payanachas ban ala izar ban ha'aran hakahan wayakwa. It's like a wayak mathawak ha'ira wayakwak ramak bayakwa. Verse 8, Wayaba'a, Achor, Ayash, Yasha'ala, Al Akaraba. It's like an aquaba, Waya Dequar, Af, Shanyaham, Av, Ayash, Yasha'ala, Wa Aslakia, Wa Af, Asha Owl Karaba Slakia Korpatha what the Itazar Hamanapa Ma'al Banya Yasha Allah. Verse 9. Wayahaya Slakia Wayahayawa Hamath. It's like a Hamathim. Bama Arabaya, wa I Sharyam. It's like a Asherayim, wa Asherayim Allah. Asherayim Allah. Verse 10. Where you the boy Yahweh al Mashallah Amor. Verse 11. Payanacham Bam ala Izor Ban Aran Hakahan Hayashayab At Hamath Yama'al Banya Yasha Allah Bakwana As like it Bakwana Wa Af Kwana Afia Batharkam Wala'a Kalayafia Ath Banya Yasha Allah Bakwana Ath. It's like it Bakwana Afia. Verse 12. Lakan Amor Hananya Nathan Lawa Af Barayafia Shalom. Verse 13. Wahayasa Lawa Walazarai. It's like it Walazaraiwa Acharyawa Baryat. It's like it Baryat Kanath. It's like it Kahanath. Ilam. It's like it Iwalam. The Chaf Ashar Kwana'a La Hayawa Hayawa. It's like it La Al Hayawa Wayapor. It's like it Wayakapor Al Banya Yasha Allah. Verse 14. Washamayash Yasha Allah Hamaka Ashar Hana. It's like Haka Ath Hapa. It's like a Hamad Yanawa. It's like it Hamarayan. It's like it Hamarayan Yath. Zamor Yaban Ilawa. It's like it Salawa. It's like it Salawa'a Nashiya'a Bayaf Ash Lama Ain. It's like it Lashama Anya. All right, clap it up. We're going to start at verse 7, but in the English. And it says, and when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. So there was some silly brother. All right, the nation of Israel is already being punished because of interracial marrying and dealing with the daughters of Moab and committing whoredom with the daughters of Moab, because interracial marriage was always a sin in the Bible. Interracial marrying, all right, was always against the Lord and against God. The Lord wanted you to be about your nation only and deal with your own race of people. That's throughout the Bible. All right, and so because this brother brought some Midianitish woman, all right, in front of the camp, in front of the entire congregation, like we were already sad and mourning because of all the evil that's being done to us because we did such evil in the sight of the Lord. This brother decides to add on to the evil to bring some Midianitish woman in front of the camp, all right, in front of the congregation. So Eleazar takes a javelin, all right. It's like if Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, takes a javelin. Verse 8, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through the man of Israel. It's like it, and went through both of them, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. So he did this in the spirit of the Lord to protect and to save the nation of Israel, because we were already being plagued and punished for interracial marriage, for dealing with another nation. So this is what a brother decides to do. He grabbed a javelin, and he stuck it through the brother's chest and the heathen woman's belly. All right, kill shot. And those that died in the plague were 24,000. So 24,000 brothers and sisters died in this plague, man. Because it took for us to understand. It took 24,000 people to die to make us realize we are not to sin against God. We were not to deal with these other nations and races of people. We were not allowed to indulge ourselves in interracial marriaging. Leave these other heathen women alone. Leave these heathen men alone. Get you a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. All right. Verse 10. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 11, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, hath turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consume not the children of Israel in my jealousy. So because of what Eleazar did, Slacky, the son of Eleazar, Phinehas, the Lord stopped the plague. Verse 12. Wherefore say, behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace. All right, because of what he did. Now the Lord made a covenant of peace. All right. It was a covenant of peace. Verse 13, and he shall have it, and his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God, and made an atonement for the children of Israel. So this was the covenant. This was the covenant of peace. The covenant of peace is the everlasting priesthood. All right, the everlasting priesthood. All right, that's what that is. Verse 14. Now the name of the Israelites that was slain, even that was slain with the Midianitish woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, a prince of a chief house among the Simeonites. All right, so that was the brother Zimri. All right, he was the one with the spear through his back. He was a Simeonite, and he would be a so-called Dominican today. And he was a prince of a chief, and he came from a great household. You understand? Like this stuff is unacceptable. All right, absolutely unacceptable, and it's not going to be tolerated. You understand? And the Lord isn't going to tolerate it, and that's something that we have to understand, man. Like, the Lord does not. The Lord wants us to be separate from these other nations of people, and we are not to deal with these other nations of people. All right. With that, I say Amandi, which means to stand. This will be the time that the brothers will come up and they will salute the Tanakh. La Yashala. Imadyum, which means to stand. Or Panyaha Kudum, and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh Malakatka, Daba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba Ratazakawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathamana, Walacham, Ka, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawak, Nawa, Kasalak, Nawa, Kabawak, Nawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'a, Nawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashai, Nawa, Mayan, Rai Kayala Ka Hamalakwa Wa Allah wa Wa La Awalamian Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. In the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, by Shim Yavashad, Babu Kusha, Nathalana, Hakak, Lava Ba'a, Kama Khala, Wakama Rawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamad Zarayam, Hakak, La Hapayam, Hamakiam, Hakak, Al Kha, Wa Hatima Allah, La Gavashan, by Shim Yavashad, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. And we're going to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, Barakah Nabo, Wayasha Allah, Wahaba Yasapayan, by Shem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. When we get Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'a, Ayanya, All Hohoyim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'abataza, Al Yatan, Lamawat, Regalika, Al Yanawam, Shemorka, Hana, La'aya, Nawam, La'aya, the Shan, Shawamor, Yasha'ala. Yahweh Shemorka, Yahweh Tazalika, Al Yad Yumdinka, Yawamam Hasamas La'aya Ka, Wayarat Balayala, Yahweh Yashamorka, Makawra, Yashamor Apnapashka, Yahweh Yashamor Tazaatka, Wawa'aka, Maita, Wa'aid, Awalam Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. When we do Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Alta Harash, Wa Alta Shakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayabaka, Yahamayawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Ya Arayumwa, Savad, Wayata Ya Aitazawa, Al Tazapwanyaka, Amor, Wa Laka, Wa Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wa La'al Yazakor, Sham Yasha Allah, Aywad, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Lab Yahadwa, Audika, Barya, Yakorathwa, Ahonya Adawan Wayashima Aliyah Mawa Abawa Hagorian Gabawa I'm a one wa I'm a lot for the shop I'm the shop ya Tazawar Gama Ashawar Nalawa Imam Hayawaz of a while Labanya Lawat Salah Aishala Ham Kamadian Kasayasa Ba'aka Yabyan Banahal Koyashwan Nashamadwa Ba'ayanda Arahayawa Damala Damba Shayatungwa Narayabawa Kaiva Wakaza Abba Wakazabat Wakazalmanai Kau nasa yakamwa ashar amorwa na yavashala nawa apna awa alahayam alahayasha yatamwa kagaudala kafwash lapanyavaka ka ashtava arya ira wakala habata lahat horyam kan tabadama basa iraka wabasa wapaka tabahalam mala'a pajaham kwalawan wayabakwashwa shamkaya hawa yabashwa wayabahawa aida ai wayahapwarwa wayabadwa wayadaiwa kaya atasham kaya hawa labadaka awya one our kala Baptizar man. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal, Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also has joined with them. Their hope in the children of not Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites. As to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the book of Kasai, which prayers that endure, they became as dung for the earth. Make them noble like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all the princes as Zabah, and as the Munah who said, Let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flames set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Yeshab Yun, which means to be seated for the sisters only. Men of Israel, we're going to give a curse salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai Brakathum, Yanim Matah, Saul Akwakim, which means turn and face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give a curse salute to the sisters. Amadim for the sisters, you can now stand. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Lathan Baal Shem Yahweh Shai, Yanim Matah. With that, class dismissed.